Hi, I'm Chef Cynthia Louise and welcome to my YouTube channel because there's new recipes coming through every week. I'll do that again, yeah? This is a great recipe, has lots of caffeine in it. I know, right? But not the coffee kind, it's on the cacao kind. And this is a beautiful chocolate peanut butter crunch and I love it. It's quite amazing actually. The cacao nibs, have a look at these. These are whole cacao pods. And basically to make a nib, you crush them. And you get all these little nibs. They're really intense. I can just eat them on their own. They're quite bitter. They have an earthy flavor to them. You kind of recognize chocolate when you're eating them, but chocolate doesn't become chocolate until it's sweetened and it's mixed and it's got all the amazing isms in there as we know of chocolate, right? But this is the pure start of chocolate. This recipe is very, very easy. It makes an entire tray, which I'm happy about. It is freezer friendly and it is almost quite fudgy. And what else can I say about it? And I love the peanut butter-ness in there. If you want to do a crunchy peanut butter spread in it, do it. I've got a very smooth peanut butter, the one I make myself. It's in my cookbook, Celebrate Your Sweet Tooth. It is an amazing recipe and it's very, very simple. So please, please get that cookbook. It's just full of incredible ideas of how to make plant-based desserts without the margarine and without the white sugar and without the processed ingredients. It's really quite special. So the process of this is to get cacao nibs, first of all. I don't, I've got the pods, but I'm gonna make them into nibs. The second is getting the cacao butter and melting it. Where can you get cacao butter? You can get it pretty much anywhere online. Search for it. In Australia, I know you can get it from health food stores and a shop called The Source. Google that. And it is really smelling like chocolate. Like it really has a sense of chocolate here when I smell this cacao butter. And I want to melt this. And there's a way to melt cacao butter. You don't just chuck it in a pan and melt it. You have a double boiler, which I have here, is meaning it's a pan with boiling water happening. You're going to need a stainless steel pot on that double boiler, and you want to shave the butter. And when I mean shave the butter, I mean cut it as fine as you can so it melts quicker. So you're going to grab your bowl. This is still boiling, this water. And when I put it onto boiling water, I immediately turn off the heat. It's really important because you don't want it bubbling away. That residual heat will melt this beautifully because it's shaved. So don't forget to shave it. It's really quite important. Now this is completely melted. Okay, so the next step is you're gonna add your peanut butter. Now this is at room temperature. Melted, room temperature. Got it? You can't just take it out of the freezer and put it in there because it'll shock the actual cacao butter. Really whisk that through. Remember, there's no heat happening on the bottom of this pan, right? I've turned it off. Okay, next is to add the maple syrup. And then the coconut oil. You're probably thinking, why are you putting double fat? Well, that's the recipe. Cacao powder. When you're whisking this, just whisk close to the edges, just to get any lumps out. Not that there'll be any, but just whisk close to the edges. You're definitely whisking this for about a minute. Just making sure there's any lumps of the cacao powder in there. Want a pinch of salt. This is a must, just brings out all the flavour of the cacao. Careful because it's hot. Bring it over to your tray. And this is a really good idea I like a thin tray. I don't want something really thick. I find with something really thick, it's just too much, right? So this is kind of a thin, basic brownie tray. You're going to line it with baking paper. This is going to go into the tray. Get every last bit out. Just give it a bit of a shake like this. Next is crushing these nibs. You're getting the skins, right, from the pod. And then as you crush them, you're getting all the bits around it. Nothing's missing. It is quite remarkable when you use real food. This is seriously the coolest thing I've done in such a long time. Look at that. And it smells. Oh, it smells amazing. How can I explain it? It doesn't smell quite like chocolate like the butter, the cacao butter. But it definitely has that earthy, coming to chocolate smell to it. It's just amazing. And the taste, if I can just have a little nibble. It's almost like cold in the mouth. It's weird to say, it's cool. It's earthy. It's not bitter. And there's no sign of the taste of chocolate in there at all. Okay, next I'm going to sprinkle these on top of this and then I'm going to set it in the fridge. Just evenly all over this glory. This is going to go straight into the freezer to set. And I reckon it's going to, I'd like to set it overnight personally, but it's going to take at least, I don't know, 30 minutes, maybe 40. This is a really cool recipe. It's kind of like a caffeine hit because of the cacao nibs it in it. Yum. Oh, look at that. Look at the back of that. That's so cool. It's almost fudgy. So I'm going to cut it up into pieces. Then I'm going to put it into a container and then I'm going to freeze it and have it on tap. And I'm not going to eat this after 6 o'clock, everybody, because I'll just be high as a kite. Just rustic chunks. I don't want anything kind of squarey and perfect. But this is what it looks like. I'm going to cut that much up for now and put it on a plate with coffee. Is that right, everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know you people. It seriously just melts in your mouth with that crunch of the cacao. Oh my God, it's so good. I can just imagine with coffee in here, like coffee beans, roasted coffee beans, if you're into that. And even like crunchy peanut butter. Oh my God. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to put the rest, I'm going to chop this up, put it in a Ziploc bag, put in the freezer with a note on it, do not eat after 6 o'clock, Cynthia, because I'll be high as a kite. But it's really gorgeous and buttery and delicious and you're just going to love it, and it makes a huge mess as well.